Good morning, children. Today we will have a new poem. The title of the poem is The Voice of the Rain, written by Walt Whitman, an American poet. This is the third poem from your English textbook of class 11th, right? Let us throw light upon the poet. Yes, children, the title, The Voice of the Rain. Here the poet has used a poetic device. What is it, Personification. Why? Because voice of the rain. Actually, rain cannot make any voice. It can make some sound. But here voice means like a human being. And in the poem we can see it gives answer. So it is personified. So in English we call it as personification. What do you call it? Personification. Personification, right? And thou, here the word thou is there. What is it? Archaic word. In English it is called archaic word. Old words in use. Archaic. I will write it here. See, okay. Archaic words. What is archaic words? Words which are no more in use in the present English. For example, here art. Art means R. A-R-E-R. What is thou? You mean you. Okay, like that. And who are you? Said to the soft falling shower, which strained to tell, give me an answer, as here translated. When the poet asks the rain, who are you? The rain, the soft falling shower. What is soft falling shower? Rain. Rain, which is trained to tell, gave an answer to the poet. That is what is translated here. Okay. I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. What did the voice of the rain say? That he was the poem of the earth. So actually, who is poem here? Rain is the poem. So it is an indirect comparison. When a comparison of two dissimilar objects, one is poem, one is rain, without using the word as or like, if there is no comparison without the word as or like, we call it metaphor. What do you call it? Metaphor. Without the word as or like, if a comparison is made, we call it as metaphor. Okay, metaphor. So what is the example of metaphor here? Poem and rain. Okay, right? I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. Eternal I rise, palpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea. Okay, out of the land and the bottomless sea. Eternal. What is eternal? Everlasting. I have no death. Eternal I rise from impalpable. What is impalpable? Something that cannot be touched. You can write down the word meaning. Impalpable means something that cannot be touched. Intangible. Okay. Out of the land and the bottomless sea. So it goes. Okay, many of you know the cyclic nature of the rain. How does rain occur? You have studied in your science classes. Am I right? What way you studied there? That the rainwater comes from the sky, through the clouds, and again it evaporates, again going back to clouds, and again coming back to earth. Okay, that cyclic nature you know. So here he goes impalpable, that cannot be touched and felt. Okay, from the land to from the bottomless sea. What is bottomless means? There is no measure, immeasurable sea. Bottomless, you write down immeasurable sea. Upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed. What is vaguely? Not clearly formed, altogether changed and at the same. So it will be changing. It goes in the form of evaporation and comes back in the form of water. I descend. But a descend opposite of ascend. Okay. Descend is to come down. Ascend means to climb up. So I descend. I come down to lave. What is to lave? To wash. Write down all the word meaning you have to write down. Lave means wash. It the droughts. Okay, everywhere it will be dry. So it will come and wash the droughts, atoms, particles, dust layers of the globe. So what is the duty of the rain here? To lave. Lave means to wash or to bathe the droughts, atoms and dust layers of the globe. And all that in them without me were seeds only latent unborn. And the poem of the earth, that is the rain again claims that in his absence no seeds can grow, and all the seeds will remain unborn in its absence. And all, okay, what is that? And all that in them without me, without water, without rain, were seeds only latent. What is latent? Hidden. What is the meaning of latent? Hidden, unborn. When rain falls, what happens? All the seeds will grow, germinate. And forever by day and night I give back life to my own origin. And again it comes to the form of rain again, and it will go in the form of vapor and back to the cloud. And forever by day and night I give back life. I am giving life back to everybody, to my own origin, and make pure and beautify it. And what is the duty of the rain? To make everything beautiful by cleaning and make everything pure. Okay, and make pure and beautify it. And now the last two lines are in brackets. So there can be a question, why these last two lines are in bracket? It is not a part of the conversation between the poet and the poem. Or sorry, the rain, the poet and the rain. So it is something separate. Again, the poet wanted to compare rain to that of a song. Again, a metaphor. Okay, for song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked. What is wrecked? Heeded. Wrecked means heeded. You can write down. Heed means, what is heed? Listen. Heed. H-E-E-D. Heed or unwrecked or unheeded means unheard. Heard or unheard, you can say. Listened or unlistened, you can say. Duly with love returns, and it comes back with love. For example, I am a singer. When I sing a song, many people may listen to it, or they may listen or may not listen, but those who listen will appreciate me, for example, and that is the love returns. It comes back to me. My song can purify people, okay, but I am the owner of the poem. Just like the rain, what does the rain do? Rain also giving life to many people, and some plants may take water properly, for example, okay, some may not grow properly, but rain is doing its duty. Like a singer is doing his duty by singing. Some are getting purified, some are not. Okay children, that is the theme of the poem. Once again I repeat the theme. The poem is in the form of an answer to a question that the poet puts to the rain. What's the question? Who are you? What is the answer? The rain says that it is the poem of the earth. It rises out of land and sea and comes down to give life to the earth by washing it, by giving life to it. It makes the earth pure and more beautiful, just as the song does when it comes back to the singer. Okay, that's all the poem. And let us now discuss some of the poetic devices. Okay, what are the poetic devices used in it? First of all, you write personification. The rain is personified. Second thing is there are no rhyming words and rhyming schemes, so it is called free verse. Okay, what do you call it? Free verse. Let me try to write here free verse, because free verse. Okay, and let us also find out some example of alliteration. ALLITERATION. What is alliteration? Repetition of consonant sound in adjacent words. Okay, for example, I will come to the alliteration. For example, soft shower, we can say alliteration, where S and S is repeated, and tell, T is repeated, here S is repeated. Okay, so it is an example of alliteration. And metaphor we have already expressed, that is poem is compared to the rain, that is metaphor. And another poetic device is let me see, anaphora. 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 What is anaphora? Anaphora means repetition of words or expression at the beginning of a successive phrases or clause or sentence in a verse. For example, here the word and is used, again and is used, again and is used. This repetition of the same word in the successive lines, that is called anaphora. Okay, so dear children, that is the end of the poem, and write down the question and their answers, and all questions are discussed. And here is a question, that is, you can look at the sixth question. Okay, list the pairs of the opposite found in the poem. Which are the word and the opposite word used in the poem? Let us find that answer now. First one is land and sea. You know, land and sea, because it is coming from the, see here it is land, the third line you can see land opposite sea. Okay, land and sea. Earth and heaven. Next one is earth and heaven. That means it is going from the earth. Okay, it is here, it is here. Heaven. Heaven is there. So from where does it go? From the earth, then to the heaven. That is another contrasting word. Then rise and descend. What is descend opposite? Rise. I rise from where? From the bottomless sea. Rise, here rise, the word rise is there. Okay, rise and descend. Is it clear? Then another word. Is there any other word? No, I don't think so. So it's very clear. Some opposite words are used here, like land and sea, earth and heaven, and what else is there? Descend and rise. And a very important question, some questions are here already. There are two voices in the poem. Who do they belong to? Which line indicate this? You know, now only two dialogues are there, two voices. One is the voice of the rain, the other one is the voice of the poet. What does the phrase strain to tell mean? Here strain to tell in the sense nobody can believe that rain can talk. Okay, that's it. And dear children, write down all the question answers, and NCERT solution and question is already given to you. Follow it, and that's the end of today's class. Have a nice day ahead. Thank you children for listening to my words.